Hey guys, welcome back to Rare Ever After, where we talk everything infertility. Today I'll be speaking on a topic that's very personal and sensitive to me, but I think it's about time that I get it out there. In my previous video, I spoke about how I am now in full menopause, but my infertility journey started about 4 years ago. But prior to that, at the age of 16, I was already experiencing symptoms. I would experience extreme dizziness. I would also get very hot and flushed, and it'd be really frustrating and embarrassing when I'm just hanging around friends and I just get this heat wave and my face would just turn super red, and it was just really tough to deal with. Today I'm still getting hot flashes, and if you guys could just comment below, and I would love to know what you guys do to help your hot flashes if you are experiencing those. So I was also experiencing irregular periods, down to 2 periods a year. At the time, I was living with my dad, so I told him, and he was like, "Oh, you're probably just being really active." At the time, I was really into basketball, so I would be practicing every day. So I was like, "Oh, he's probably right." So I just kept quiet about it after that. And then as years went by, I was still only getting 2 periods a year. So when I was in the military, I was in the army, I decided to finally go to the doctors and see what's going on, because I knew that something wasn't right here. So I went to the doctors, and they did tons of tests on me. They tested me for obviously my hormones, multiple blood tests, chromosome tests, just tons of labs. And sure enough, they came back, and this is when I was told that I was not able to ever conceive a child. My estrogen levels were very, very low, and my FSH levels were very, very high. And FSH is follicle stimulating hormones. So when follicle stimulating hormones are really high, your ovaries are not receiving the message from your follicle stimulating hormones saying, "Hey, it's time for her to release a menstrual cycle." But when those levels get really high, your body isn't releasing. Those ovaries are not cooperating. Once I received the news, it was so devastating. It was like, wow, unbearable, really. And ever since then, there's been a lot of adversity, and I know how it feels like, and I know that it seems embarrassing to even talk about. It seems, shameful and less woman-like, but I understand what it feels like, and I know that you're not alone, and I'm not alone, and there's other women out there that are going through similar things just like us. And sometimes it's more painful to wait, and I just come to realize where there's just some things in life we don't understand why they are the way they are, and infertility is kind of one of those things. The doctors told me it was unexplainable. They didn't know why at such a young age I was going through this. I choose to stay hopeful while living a happily rare ever after, because that's what you are. You're rare, and infertility is so challenging. It's just very emotional, and it can become so overwhelming. It can really consume you. And if you don't take a hold on that, it can be more painful than it needs to be. And you just have to trust that everything is going to be okay, and that you're not alone, and that miracles happen, and that hope is one of the best things we can have. And just to continue to live your life and be happy and love who you are, all of who you are, and days will become easier. I believe in you, and I believe that one day everything that you ever wanted will come true. So that's it. That's how my infertility started. And if you guys can, drop a comment below, ask me some questions. I'd love to hear your story and things that are helping you go through your infertility journey. And don't forget to subscribe below. I hope to see you next time. Bye!